Hi, my name is Benedict Agostini. The purpose of this video is to illuminate a great miscarriage of justice that was brought upon my brother Benedict Agostini III through no fault of his own. This story is highly politicized, it is unjust, and it involves reverse racism and a violation of his God-given, constitutionally protected civil rights to protect oneself and their family. If this could happen in this country in the year 2011 to him, then this could happen to you or anyone else. On Father's Day, my brother Benedict took his wife, her cousin, and his friend to Foles Tavern to celebrate the birth of his daughter from a week prior. Upon arrival, my brother went to use the men's room while his wife and her friend sat by the pool table, and his friend went to get them a round of drinks. Upon my brother's return, he saw two Native American men sexually assaulting and harassing his wife. He said, "Can you get your hands off my wife?" George Printup pushed my brother, and his other friend hit my brother in the back of his head. My brother defended himself and swung back. At this point, 5 other Native American men joined in the beating him down to the floor. They were kicking, punching, and stomping on him. My brother grabbed the leg of the pool table and he pulled himself up. While this was occurring, my brother's wife and his friend were pulling the men off of my brother. When he got to his feet, he grabbed a pool cue and swung it to keep the men back. If my brother was looking to kill anyone, at this point he would have used his knife. Instead, he used a pool cue to simply leave the situation without anyone else getting hurt. My brother and his company exited the side entrance of the bar. At this point, my brother could not find his car keys on his person. So he sent his friend in the front entrance to go to try to find them. Otherwise, my brother would have left the bar. The men realized upon seeing my brother's friend that Ben was still on the premises and approached the side door which he had exited through, looking to find my brother and continue the fight. When my brother saw them approaching through the bar window, he wedged the door shut with his foot and shoulder. He was badly hurt, and he did this to allow time for his friend to return with his car keys and to exit the situation safely without further incident. As Joe was coming back from the front of the bar, when he rounded the corner and noticed a group of men trying to push through the side door, he yelled, "Watch out, they got a knife." Upon hearing this, my brother couldn't see the knife, so at that point he backed away from the door. The men stormed through the door, and George Printup started slashing at my brother with his knife. My brother took out his knife and stabbed George one time, ending the fight. Just once, not multiple times. After being stabbed, George went and sat on a bench nearby. A police officer arrived on the scene and was intercepted by a group of Native Americans saying he went that way. Then the officer left the scene, and George Printup bleeding and unattended. My brother left his car in the parking lot. They all ran off separately as cars full of Native Americans pulled up to the bar. My brother the next day turned himself in to clear his name in good faith, knowing he did nothing wrong defending himself and his wife. He was only trying to do the right thing. In regards to his trial, it's a farce from start to finish, with the beginning statement of the prosecution stating he represented the Printup family, as opposed to the state of New York, which begs the question, if he represented the Printup family, how did they obtain his representation? Did they pay the district attorney? The last time I checked, I had to pay good money for my brother's representation. The DA also tampered with the defense witnesses in order so that they wouldn't testify in the case under fear of reprisal. He also looked to discredit my brother's wife by bringing up her past when it had no bearing on the case. The DA's witnesses perjured themselves and admitted on the stand that they should have rehearsed more for this. To add more insult to injury, the lead investigator for the DA's office on this case, Laverne Doctor, was from the same tribe, family, and nation as George Printup and the rest of the perjured witnesses of the prosecution, which is a major conflict of interest, to say the least. The judge, Anthony Alloy, on this case, after days of a hung jury being gridlocked in a decision on this case, forced the jury to come to a decision by stating, "I want an answer by 11 a.m. tomorrow. I have other trials to attend to." He did not want a mistrial on this case. Finally, during sentencing, The judge went above and beyond the sentencing for manslaughter and gave him 18 years, which is equivalent to a second-degree murder sentence. The judge did so in effort, as he stated, to make an example out of my brother. At the present time, my brother is incarcerated, and his case has already lost one appeal. He has 2 young daughters who need their father. I believe and know this to be wrongful imprisonment. And I need to shine some light on the subject of justice. So I'm here to proclaim my brother's innocence. An innocent man is sitting in jail for 18 years. Is there a constitution to protect our civil rights anymore? We will find out. I am sending you this in efforts to get the real story out. I need your help. Everything I have stated is public record and is in the transcripts.